All right. Welcome back to Girls Talk Ball, everyone. It's
Hey,
week
y'all, welcome to week 8. I'm going to apologize now for our hiatus that we took last week. My cousin got married, and it was a wonderful celebration. To all of my Minnesota friends that I know are now tuning into these episodes, y'all can drink. It took me until yesterday to fully recover from the weekend.
The people up north really do know how to put them back.
I was like, oh my gosh, like we're SEC kids. We're going to be fine. Have you ever played beer darts before?
No.
You are sitting in a circle and you've got a drink that you're sipping on, but then you've got a can in front of you and like literal darts that you throw into a dartboard. And you are tossing these darts, trying to hit people's cans. And the rules are if you hit the top of the can, you have to finish your entire drink. If you hit anywhere on the can, you like the person whose can you hit has to drink down to the point of that hole.
Interesting.
It was so much fun. I want to play it again.
Well, I can't play right now, but I'll play. I'll play soon.
Once baby boy gets here, we will have a little party and we'll play beer darts. I actually think that Scott would love that game.
Oh, 100%. We have a dartboard. Neither one of us are very good, but I'll practice.
Who is good at darts outside of competitive dart throwers?
I actually do know someone that's very good at darts, but he does a tournament at his local bar and stuff.
I was about to say competitive dart thrower.
Yeah, like casually, I don't know. It's just not my skill set.
No, I topped Hampton a couple times, so that was fun. I did decently well, but I mean, between that and we went to the liquor store, I got 40 fireball shots and they were all gone within about 5 minutes. So between that and the beer darts, we were up until 6 a.m. Friday night after the wedding. I forced myself to go to bed at midnight on Saturday because I knew we had a 12-hour travel day the next day. And then we were up until midnight on Thursday, and we all forced ourselves to go to bed on Thursday because of the wedding on Friday. Because I totally missed it yesterday, and I need to tweet him, happy belated birthday to Dwight.
Happy birthday, Dwight. I forgot to tell him happy birthday, too.
We're going to have to text him after this because I feel so bad that I missed it. I just checked Twitter and I was like, oh!
I'm actually really bad at telling people happy birthday.
I am too. I have to schedule texts.
If it's not like a thing that pops up on my phone, like if I don't get the...
I have to schedule, which is so funny considering how anal I am about my own birthday.
Same. I get really offended if someone doesn't tell me happy birthday. But to be fair, I have a really easy birthday to remember, I think, and other people don't.
Mine is literally in the dead of winter. If you don't remember that, then you clearly just don't care about me.
See, I would never remember that. Mine is a holiday. So I'm like, okay, people remember. I don't know. Yours is like February.
No.
When is yours?
January 28th.
January 28th. I am writing that down.
And yours is the Fufajai.
January 28th. So what's your birthstone?
Garnet.
Oh, that's pretty.
It is pretty. It's so funny though, because aquamarine and opal are my favorite stones. I'm a whore for aquamarine.
Aquamarine is a pretty one. That's March, right?
Yeah, April.
Oh, no, April's diamond.
It's an alternative stone for April.
March
is like peridot or something.
There's a light blue in March. I don't know. I was going somewhere with that.
Well, yours is a ruby.
Yeah, mine's ruby. I don't like it. It's like too pink.
I love rubies. I'd rather have a ruby than a garnet if I'm going to have a red stone.
I wanted to be emerald or sapphire.
Oh, Dana's a sapphire and she loves it.
Classic, so timeless, like so elegant. You can't go wrong.
God, when I was working at Onward, this one lady came in and she had, I need to see if I can find this picture, the most exquisite sapphire and diamond ring that I have ever seen in my entire life. And she let me try it on. And truly the most beautiful stone I have ever seen in my entire life. let's see, when was I working the most at the bar? I think this was summer of 20. Ooh, no, because I was actively losing weight in summer of 21. So this was summer of 22.
March is Aquamarine and Bloodstone. I never heard of Bloodstone, though. I don't know what that one is.
Oh, well, then maybe I should have been a March baby time.
That was fine. No worries. Well, while Garrett was in Minnesota, I was sitting outside watching my TV in disbelief at the Georgia-Auburn game. What a messy, sloppy game. Poor officiating, awful announcing. I don't know what Greg McElroy was doing.
Greg McElroy sucks. He sucked for a really long time. I do not like that man.
I didn't have anything against him until Saturday night, and I was just like, what are you watching? Like, are we watching the same thing?
Clearly not. But I will say, as a Fire Mike Bobo fan, that man was in his bag in the second half. That Kirby death march to end the game, I had to go back and rewatch it. Fun fact, I went to the bathroom when the whole fumble thing happened. I called Kelsey from the bathroom and was like, what the fuck are we doing? And then like 5 minutes later, all of that happened. And I sat in the bathroom for the entire second half.
I don't know what was said at halftime. I love when your camera zooms in on you. I don't know what was said in the locker room at halftime. The score was 10-3. It was looking real bleak if you were wearing red and black. Georgia looked atrocious at this point in time. The first half was a hot mess. And then a different team came out onto the field for the second half. Auburn was not able to score in the second half. What?
A fun stat line for everyone to know. Georgia, in the first half, ranks 11th in the SEC in defense. And in the second half, we are first in the SEC in defense.
Auburn only had 50 yards of offense in the second half. So what happened?
Yep. A completely different.
Like, what is happening? What are the adjustments that are being made? What's being said? Why does it take us 30 minutes to get our lives
importantly, why can't we? Yes, exactly. Why can't we be making those adjustments before we even run out onto the field? I know that it typically, there's like a first drive adjustment for everybody because you can watch your film, you can study your film, but you do not know how the other team's going to come out of the gate until you're actually playing the game. Mm-hmm. But the fact that there is such a stark difference between this team in the first half and this team in the second half in every single game we have played this season is ridiculous.
I said this to you on the phone, but the first half, the Dogs looked fraudulent. Like I said, it was nice to win, a couple natties back to back, but I guess those days are over, because this team is just not it.
The first thing I said when I called was, is 9-3 our ceiling?
And I said, I'm afraid so. Oh, I fear that may happen for us. That was a long game. That was it. I was dozing off. It took 4 hours.
The fact that it took almost 40 minutes to play the last 2 minutes of the first half.
I want to talk about the fumble. Did you think...
my legs down for this.
Did you think that the ball crossed the plane?
No, it did not. It did not. The ball was loose before he crossed the plane, and that still shot that keeps circulating around on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, that is not a football. That is Raylan Wilson's fist.
I think it's CJ Allen's fist.
One of the two. That is one of our defensemen's fists in Jackson Arnold's little cradle. That is not a football in his hands. That ball was loose, I'd say, about 6 inches before the plane.
I think it's the demarcation is hard because with the fuzzy image, it is kind of difficult to tell where does the arm stop and the football begin. with like all the bodies and all just like the fuzziness of the image itself. So I think
regardless of that, if you can't tell where the fist ends and the ball starts, that's not clear possession of the ball.
I agree. I think the call on the field was the right call, and I don't think that they had enough evidence to overturn the call on the field as far as that. So I agree with that. However, if that is the case, then Kyron Jones picking up the ball and running to the other end zone is a touchdown.
Because I hate the fact that they blew that dead. I hate the fact that they blew that dead. Because that should have been a fumble recovery for a touchdown by the Georgia offense.
Defense.
Or yes, sorry.
God.
In my defense, I've had a very stressful afternoon.
It's quite all right.
But yeah, no, we struggled on both lines. I would say that our backs did a decent job, but our line was atrocious. I mean, our line has been atrocious all season on the offensive side of the ball. This is the first time where I looked at the D line and said, what the hell are you people doing?
The defense just across the first half was terrible. I mean, it was so sloppy. It was embarrassing to be a Georgia fan at that point.
And part of me wonders if, because like you hear Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss talking about the fact that they like the reason they played so poorly against Washington State was because they were looking ahead to Georgia. You've got to wonder, did we play so poorly in the first half because we are looking ahead to Ole Miss?
No, you don't skip Auburn to look at in Jordan-Hare to skip ahead to Ole Miss.
I mean, we say that as fans, but what if the team has a different mentality?
Then they all need
to avenge last season.
Humility is a week away, and it was almost handed to you at Auburn. So, like, no, I don't understand how you cannot be focused on an Auburn football game at Jordan-Hare. Like, crazy things happen there. It's haunted, whatever.
Well, and I tell everybody that regardless of how good we are, how good the other team is, or how bad we are, how bad the other team is, every single year without fail, I am like sick to my stomach with anxiety over Tennessee, Auburn, and Florida. You never know how those 3 games are going to play out.
We've talked about this before. You also just can't.
You can't count your chickens before they hatch.
Well, you also just can't not play because you think that it's going to be fine, which I don't think that was the case in this game. I don't think they went into it not worrying about it. But like when lesser opponents come to Athens and we're like, how are we barely winning? Like, why do we look like this? We talk about that all the time. I do think that's a problem in our locker room.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what it is. I hope and pray to God that Kirby gets in there and gets these boys right this week, because this Ole Miss team, while looking very crappy against Washington State last week, they have been consistently very good on both sides of the ball this season.
I want to go back to what you said about the O-line. We've got the injuries. Monroe Freeling was apparently playing with a cast on his foot.
Yep.
Georgia only had 79 rushing yards for the whole game, which is pretty atypical for running back you.
Mm-hmm. And very atypical for us this season. I'd say last season that wouldn't surprise me, but this season, considering our entire offensive strategy has been run the ball down their throats, that was shocking.
Well, last year we couldn't run block to save our lives at all. Speaking of run blocking in the O-line, let's talk about Sam Pittman getting fired.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so sorry, Coach Pittman, that you got fired.
I know. I feel so bad for you. Your house is up for sale.
Yeah, please come back home. We've already got it figured out. Kirby's house is still for sale on Westlake. So really, Coach Pittman can just get hired as an analyst, take over the O-line.
And hey, Will Muschamp, your son's about to graduate. Do you want to come back home too?
Live in Kirby's house for free.
It's just we could instead of chipping in for buyouts, we could chip in to buy that house and we can make it the coach's house, the coaching analyst's house.
I don't think we need to chip in and buy it. It's been sitting on the market for like a year. I think it's currently around 3 million. That's nothing when you're making 10 million a year.
The Powerball's at 625 right now. Let's just win the Powerball.
Oh, I need to play. I'm locked out of my lottery app because I can't remember the password, so I need to log in. I know.
You are locked out of your lottery app.
Yeah. I could have actually have a winning ticket on here and I don't even know.
I just go to the freaking gas station.
I don't like to walk in a gas station. It's not for me.
I find the crappiest, creepiest gas station that I can in the middle of nowhere and walk in there and buy a ticket.
Okay. Those are the winning tickets. It's always in like the middle of nowhere where you're like a little bit sketchy and probably shouldn't be alone. Yeah.
Or California.
I'm not brave enough to do that, but I really like your strategy.
You got to do it.
I'm not, but I like that you do. And you'll win the lottery that way. Remember us little people whenever you win.
Hey, you know what? I told Chris last night, I've been praying for that shit my whole life. It's got to be my turn someday.
Her bag's coming in.
Gimme.
All right. Ole Miss is coming to town, as we've already discussed. This is a big game for Lane Kiffin. Ole Miss is undefeated. They're coming in 6-0. Georgia's favored by 7.5.
Dad said that. He said the money lines just opened at 7.5. I said, what? ESPN's FPI is giving us like a 69% chance to win this game.
What are you thinking?
Oh, I think that my answer is going to be the same as I have said for every game this season. If we don't block, we don't have a chance in hell.
I like this matchup because it's really interesting because these coaches know each other so well.
Like, they're actually really good friends.
They're friends. They coached alongside each other. Like, you know, each other's styles, like what each other likes to do. So both of them have an advantage in that way.
Yeah.
But I think after last week's atrocious first half performance that Kirby will have the fire lit. And like you said, trying to avenge last season's loss to Ole Miss.
I also think that I think that the fans are going to be the difference maker in this game.
Oh, the fan noise is going to be so important. I said this already, I think, on a previous episode, but I was pretty disappointed with the lack of fan noise at the Alabama game in Sanford. So
yeah.
I'm hoping that the people around me do a better job.
Like, we need 2022 Arkansas level noise.
Yes. Where were those people? Like, I need that exact crowd.
Yeah, we need to be absolutely insane because, you know, in the era of the 12-team playoff, it is all about peaking at the right time. You can have a somewhat crappy start to your season, but if you peak at the right time, you could take a 10-2 team at the end of the regular season and go win it all. Ohio State proved that. Look at Notre Dame. They started 0-2 and now they're back in the top 15. Texas is now ranked again. If you peak at the right time, you've got the chance to win it all. And I think that this is our opportunity to show that we are peaking at the right time.
The games they remember are played in November.
It's October, but who cares?
I do know that it's October, but I mean, later in the season, like, we just kind of get amnesia about the beginning of the season, you know?
Yeah. Especially if we come out and have some big wins.
Well, it's nice to see the teams progress as the season goes on as well. Like, you want to see that growth. That's what you expect to see. You should be getting better. I don't know. I don't know about – I still don't like the playoff format, though.
I don't like the way that it's seeded because where we're at right now, based on the like mock seedings that I've seen, we'd have to start – well – no longer start at Indiana. We'd have to play Oregon and then Indiana and then the winner of Miami, Ohio State. Or wait, no. I got that wrong.
I thought they were getting rid of seeds.
No, they still have seeds, but instead of it being like, oh, well, this conference championship winner automatically gets this spot, they're getting rid of like the funky thing from last year. But hang on.
I thought it was all funky. It needs a revamp.
In
my humble opinion.
Currently.
I am excited to see Trinidad Chambliss play in person.
Yeah, that'll actually be really, really fun. I can't wait to see that.
Did you think, I know you haven't gone back and watched it yet, but whenever you do go back and watch the Georgia-Auburn game, let me know what you think. I thought that Gunner had some throws that looked hard to catch, I will say.
Yeah, I think there were some throws where he was trying to make something work that wasn't gonna work.
Well, it was like how it was thrown. I will need someone like leave a comment, like a quarterback's coach or something. I need like it was. I don't know if it was thrown too hard, too quick, like just kind of like a bullet when it should have been like a softer throw. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it did not look like an easily catchable ball, even though it was to the player.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Okay, yeah. So here's the mock where we'd be right now. We are what number are we? 9?
I don't know.
So we'd have to play number 8 and then play number 1 and then play the winner of what would probably be number 5 and number 4 to make it to the Natty. So it's where we're at in the rankings right now is not good.
I don't think that this is a national championship team.
I don't either. I think that this is going to be our first. I think this is going to be a year without a championship. And you know what? That's okay. If we make the playoffs, I'm fine with that. But yeah, one thing about it too is that this team is very young, and that does give me some hope because you see those glimmers and those little light bulb moments. I think that we've got the potential to take this team and grow them and expand them a little bit. But right now, I think that they're very young and somewhat undisciplined. And I never thought I'd say that about a Kirby team.
I think some changes have to be made.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'm taking the Dogs on Saturday.
I am too, obviously. I do think it's going to be a close one. I'm going 27-24.
Okay. I don't like to do specific score predictions, but
I think it's going to be close no matter what. I don't see another 52, 13.
It will not be out at all. No. It will be a nail biter, like a fourth quarter, with 2 minutes.
I'll probably be in that stadium all 60 minutes.
Oh, 100%. I know I will be. Unless I go into labor, in which case I'll have to leave early. But besides that.
I was about to say, unless I've got some woman screaming at me again.
Hopefully she's not there.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
I don't know. The Volunteers go to Tuscaloosa this week. That's a big game.
I hate Tennessee. I hate them so much. But I also hate Alabama and hate them so much. As much as it would pain me to see Tennessee win, I want somebody to take Ty Simpson's little head and squish it like a grape.
What do you have against Ty Simpson specifically?
He's the hedges.
I was personally victimized.
I was personally victimized by Ty Simpson with our hedges in his teeth.
Oh, I missed the hedges just deconstruction.
Oh, yeah. No, he ripped off our hedges and was walking around going,
no, that's not cool.
Screw you, big guy. Screw you.
Can't do that, man. He's doing really well. He's just improved throughout the season. He's a 70% passer at this point. He's got over 1,600 yards.
I cannot believe that this Alabama team lost to Florida State to open up the season.
I think it was kind of like, I think it was like you said earlier. They just weren't worried about this team. They weren't worried about that Florida State team.
I mean,
they're Florida State.
Like Florida State was 2-10 last year. Like, of course you're not worried about it. Also, we're going to take a brief pause because I want a glass of wine.
Go ahead. Intermission. Okay, Alabama's favored by 8.5. Here's the thing. I think I'm taking the Volunteers. Go Big Orange. I really like Chris Brazzell.
I don't like the fact that you just said that.
Meh.
But hey, look what happened when I said that I was taking Florida over Texas.
These
So
things
you know
happen.
what? You can say that all you want to, baby.
It's a transient, like, I won't be saying
Because that's also Syracuse. And you and I both love Fran Brown.
truly. We do.
Mhm.
I just don't know. Not Florida. Tennessee has almost 100 more yards of offense per game on average than Alabama. Alabama, of course, has the home field advantage, but I don't know. I'm just going Tennessee on this one. I need somebody to beat Alabama again.
Yeah, I need somebody to take him down a peg. And if it can't be us, might as well be another SEC East rival.
Come on, Josh Heupel.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you
Man
taking?
of 30 chins.
Don't talk about his shins. He's well fed.
I mean, I'm well fed too, but I don't.
Let me tell you, I do.
No, you do not. Kelsey, you were tiny. If y'all have not seen Kelsey in person since she's been pregnant, she is genuinely the cutest pregnant person I have ever seen in my entire life. She is so tiny and petite and precious, and then she's just got her bump, and I just love it.
The bump is
If
huge.
I look half as good as you do when I'm pregnant one day, I will be set for life. Knowing me, I'm gonna balloon up like 70 pounds, and my nose is gonna be like out to here.
Everybody carries it differently. It's so weird. Like,
well, Mom was huge with me.
and she's so tiny, so that's strange.
Well, I was also 10 pounds.
You were a 10-pound baby. Don't tell me these things, Kira. I'm scared of that.
No, I was 10 pounds. Mom is convinced that I was 2 weeks late. Her doctor, who is actually now my gynecologist, thought that I was 2 weeks early. And Mom was like, no, this baby is 2 weeks late.
That's wild. I cannot believe. Oh, gosh.
I was, well, technically speaking, I was 9:15, but like
close enough.
10 pounds, folded in half, ass first. So Dana had to get a C-section.
Dana's real small.
Yeah.
I'm glad that she got a C-section and didn't have to push out a 10-pound baby.
I am like, if those are my genetics, I am so screwed.
Scott was born 2 weeks late, and I was 3 days early. So hopefully this one takes after me and comes a few days early.
Yeah, I know that you would love that.
Yeah, I would. Truly.
Are you so over it?
Last night I was miserable. I was depressed. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Kelsey.
Like, I'm just laying on the couch and I can't even like shift my weight to like get comfortable. There is no comfortable. I can't get less uncomfortable without like crying in pain because everything hurts. And so some days are just harder than others, but it's okay.
Please tell me that Scott is treating you like an absolute goddess because he did this to you.
He's like, do you want me to rub your feet? And I'm like, no, because I'm self-conscious about my swollen ankles. Don't touch me.
I already know, based on how bitchy I get when I'm PMSing, I'm going to be a bitch to whoever I end up marrying. I'm going to be like, this is your fault.
I've actually been super sweet. It has made my love for my husband grow so much. But I still just don't feel good sometimes.
Yeah. Obviously, you are carrying a child.
Yeah. USC goes to South Bend to take on Notre Dame. This is a really big game.
I am honestly kind of surprised that USC has even somewhat resembled their preseason hype, because I feel like every single year it's Lincoln Riley and the USC Trojans and blah, blah, blah. And then USC is like freaking 0-5 to start the season. And they never play well. And now they're actually doing decent.
They're 5-1 right now. Notre Dame.
I don't like the fact that they have the same record.
I hope it keeps up because I've got them winning. I got them beating Notre Dame.
I hope they do because I want Notre Dame to just.
I don't wish bad things upon Notre Dame, but they are without their starting center. Ashton Carter.
I don't wish anything bad like on Notre Dame fans, but I hate the fact that Notre Dame can play horrendously and every single year they end up making the playoffs because they're independent. I hate it. I think it's stupid. I don't want them to have a reason to even sniff the playoff scene this season. I'm tired of it.
Well, it's not every single year. It's just last year with the new format.
Well, and it's yeah, but still. They get to play with no conference. They don't have the gauntlet of having to deal with in-conference opponents, and they get to reap the benefits of it, and I'm tired of it.
Well, they get away with it, so why would they change it?
Oh, yeah. Well, and they don't have to revenue share, which is the number one reason why they are not going to affiliate. If they did, I think that they should go to the ACC. Unpopular opinion, perhaps, but I think they'd fit in well there. A bunch of nerdy, cocky fans who... Dad, if you're watching this, I love you. We're recording.
Decline. Sorry, Jason.
I'm shooting him a text right now.
I loved the Notre Dame fans when they came to Athens. I thought that they were lovely. So
and I have a couple of Notre Dame fan friends. Like I love them. I think that they are very nice people. I think that they are just. I think that they get to reap benefits that nobody else would be allowed to reap if the roles were reversed.
They have Jesus. They like to drink beer. I like all of these things. I'm down with the Fighting Irish.
But no, I want USC to win this game.
Notre Dame's favored by 9.5, but yeah, I'm taking USC. Jaden Mayava, USC's quarterback, is a 71% passer. He's got over 1,800 yards for the season. I just don't know how Notre Dame's gonna fare.
Yeah, I don't know. They've looked iffy in a lot of their games this year, so we'll see how it ends up panning out.
They have losses to A&M and Miami, and so I think just playing these stronger teams are not performing as well. And this is a big rivalry, so I think that USC is going to be coming in hot.
I would agree with you on that.
We'll see. Go Trojans, but we'll see.
Very upset that Oregon lost to Indiana last weekend.
I was not upset. I'm
upset because I don't like Kurt Signetti. I think he's a little bitch that whines and complains.
So I did not like his post-game weird snippet, like I can't remember who the on-field reporter was, but she said something about like winning the game while he's still on the field, and he's basically like, "Oh yeah, I've won a few big games before, but this is good for the program." And it's like, how about like, I'm so proud of our guys. They played really well. Like we fought hard.
And how about the fact that like you haven't really won very many big games.
He just doesn't seem like he's invested in that school.
He is the Brian Kelly of the Big Ten.
I'm so over Brian Kelly.
Did you see the news out of Happy Valley?
About James Franklin getting fired? Mm-hmm. Of course. We've got to talk about the coaching changes.
And I'll fill you in. I saw an article today that was put out that the Florida board has gone to their athletic director and said, we are going to start pulling funding if there aren't some coaching changes made. So Billy Napier, cannot wait to welcome you on staff as our wide receivers coach. Maybe I'll hate your thumb looking head a little less when you're wearing red and black.
I want to talk about the boosters' influence because I don't love how much of an influence they have with the current culture of NIL and pay for play and all the things, because I just don't like you need to do this or else I'm not going to cut you a check. I don't like that.
Look, I understand it because in the era of NIL, it is all about money. And, these are the people that are literally signing the checks so that you can get these really nice recruits. But I think that at a certain point, you've got to sit back, let the athletic director and let the coaches do their jobs.
So boosters are fans that have a lot of money. So you're just letting the fans control your coaching decisions. I don't know. Like, that's almost emasculating for the AD, right?
Well, let's not act like Napier didn't come from the Saban coaching tree.
Do you think he's getting fired?
I don't think it's going to be within the next 2 weeks. I think that losing to Georgia would be their last straw, but I do think it's going to be like towards the end of the season.
I think so too. Their only win so far were over Long Island, the Sharks, and Texas. Which, I mean, Texas is a good win, but he's got a $20 million buyout, and I think that the boosters can certainly gather that together. That's not.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be much of an issue for them. Florida, I did not realize until I'd say like 3 years ago how good of a school Florida is.
I am unaware because I have never looked at the academics.
No, they are like insanely good. I think they have like a 20% acceptance rate.
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah, no, like they're an insanely good school.
Why aren't their fans nicer?
Because they're all white trash Floridians. But you can say the same about half of the Georgia fan base. You can say the same for about half of the fan base of any single team in the SEC. So
some of the Georgia fans do make me a little embarrassed. I'm like, can y'all please get it together?
I'll hop on TikTok or Twitter and I'll see fans of the opposing teams say like the experiences that they had with Georgia fans. I'm like, I promise you, like 75% of us are really wonderful people. I am so sorry that you have this experience. I promise we're nice.
Yeah.
We will share our bourbon with you. We'll probably bark in your face, but like we will share our bourbon with you.
I would never bark at someone. Mainly
I have on multiple occasions. The amount of barking that was done in Minnesota this weekend, unreal.
But y'all weren't like, they don't care about football. Like they weren't like.
Oh no, they like Hampton brought a ton of Georgia stuff and like distributed it amongst the guys so that they all had some Georgia stuff on.
But you're not like walking up to an Ole Miss person and barking in their face.
Exactly. Maybe a couple of my friends. But like that's because they're my friends and I can do that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Just stay out of people's personal space if you don't know them.
Yes. And I don't agree with the frat boys that like get down on all fours and they've got like a guy holding their khakis by 2 fingers and they're like we don't need to be doing all that.
I feel like that's a newer thing and it makes me uncomfortable.
It is a newer thing and it came with the rise of TikTok because people knew it would give them a viral moment.
First of all, that ground is dirty. Now you need some hand sanitizer.
Yep.
It's not cute. Like you don't look cool. Please stop.
You look like a drunk idiot.
You look like a freshman or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, back to the coaching carousel, James Franklin.
Yes. Who do you think Penn State's going to get?
Matt Rule.
Oh, you do think Matt Rule? I don't know.
Did you see his interview that he had the other day?
Matt Rule's? No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah. No, they asked him about the speculation on him for the coaching job. And he was like, well, I mean, my parents met at Penn State. I was born wearing a Penn State shirt. Like, I love that school. I love that program. Like, he was singing Penn State's praises. I think it is highly, highly likely that he's going to end up in Happy Valley. Well, if he doesn't, I have no idea who would replace James Franklin. But honestly, it has been time for James Franklin to go. I know that I saw somebody comparing him to Mark Richt. And while I do think that is an accurate comparison in the Penn State got so close but just couldn't get over the hump, Mark Richt won championships. James Franklin did not.
He took Penn State to the semifinals in the CFP last year.
Yeah.
So I did not see this coming at all. I feel like the tolerance, like the room for error is becoming less and less in this current culture with college football where we are now. But the 3 losses back to back to back, Oregon, UCLA. Shout out Jerry Neuheisel.
Shout out Nico
And
Imalaba Hamalama Ding Dong.
Iamaliava.
Yeah, and then Northwestern. They lost to Northwestern.
Northwestern, yes. I don't know. And now we have Terry Smith as the interim head coach.
Mm-hmm.
I wish somebody would give me $49 million to not come to work the next day.
No, his buyout is $55 million. He's making $60K a day for the next 6 years.
Oh, I thought it was 49.
Chris and I have been talking about this all week. I want to get into coaching. I want to go to some really get me in high school, put me in the FCS, and then bring me up to a really crappy Big 12 school so that when I go 9-3, 10-2, and 11-1 with a playoff berth in my first 3 seasons, they lock me down with $100 million buyout. And then I go 1-11 every single year on purpose until they fire me. And then I get paid $60 million to sit on my ass.
She's got a plan.
Wait, if I ever do make it into coaching, one day this clip is going to resurface and everybody's going to be like, she admits that she's going to throw games on purpose.
She's shaving points. She will not get hired. There will be several clauses in your contract.
There will be several clauses in my contract, but if you love football and want to get rich quick, there you go. And Jimbo Fisher's still getting paid out from A&M.
But these people, years of assistant coaching where they weren't making a dime, Kirby was at Valdosta State, as was I, because all the greats got to Valdosta State. They definitely pay their dues. But, let's talk about the coaches. I feel like a lot of people have gotten fired in a very short amount of time. Sam Pittman, Deshaun Foster from UCLA, Mike Gundy from Oklahoma State. We have lost several coaches. Brent Pry from Virginia Tech.
It's been a wild season for coaching turnover. And I do think that, like you alluded to earlier, it is the direct consequence of money going into these programs, because now it's okay, not only are we paying millions upon millions of dollars for our coaches, we're paying millions upon millions of dollars for our rosters. And if you can't, one of them's got to be an issue. Let's see if it's the coach before we see if it's the roster, because legally speaking, you can't fire somebody from college football right now.
At what point with all these coaching vacancies, who are these schools going to get?
There are probably some. I don't even know, because we've now got a couple of NFL coaches looking for jobs. The Bears fired their coach. The Titans fired their coach. I think those are the only 2 so far. But
Arkansas.
We'll see.
I think Arkansas is going to keep Petrino. Mm-hmm. So I think that is taken care of.
Well, and based on how UCLA's kid did in that game, I have a feeling they might bring him on. I think they might bring him on. He looks
or do you mean
he looks like an SNL skit
with his blonde hair?
In a very loving way. He looks like an 80s SNL skit.
I love Rick Neuheisel, his dad. Huge Neuheisel fan. So I was very, very excited for them. But Tim Skipper, I believe, is UCLA's interim head coach right now, and he's doing fabulous. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I guess getting rid of Deshaun Foster was the move, because now they're doing great.
No, you'll see pretty quickly if these schools made the right move or not. Now, that is not to say you need a rebuilding year or 2. And we're probably going to see a mass exodus from a lot of these teams into the portal in the offseason.
The offseason changes will be interesting for sure. And we're having more and more.
Hey, Georgia boosters, get your checkbooks ready, because we want some of these guys.
We need some help. We really need some linemen.
I was about to say, we did a phenomenal job rebuilding our wide receiver room. I am very happy with the changes that we made there. Our running back room looks phenomenal. Let's focus on O-line and defense. Get some good guys in there. Let's do it. Like, why not? What do we have to lose?
We definitely
a lot, actually.
I don't want to say this because people are going to get mad, but I'm really excited for Pugs to learn the offense and so we can see more of him.
Look, I am a Gunner girl through and through, Raven County. I love that boy. I think he is phenomenal. I think he is a leader. I think that this team loves and respects him. Pugs has a, pardon my French, Pugs has a fucking cannon. That kid can throw. And I mean, even our second string offense looks better than our first string offense at certain points. I wouldn't say all the time, but like at certain points. There's a reason why they're first and second string. But like Ellis Robinson, he looks phenomenal. I want to see Pugs and Robinson on the field. I think that they're a great duo.
Is it a rebuilding year?
For all of the teams that fired their coaches, not for us. We have no excuses. We should not be rebuilding shit.
No, we don't.
Once again, pardon my French, but like we shouldn't be rebuilding anything outside of firing Stacey Searles. Maybe potentially, don't crucify me, getting rid of Schumann. What? Who said that? Not me.
Well, you know how I feel about Searles, so
yeah.
Stacey's gotta go.
No, we are pro fire Searles. I also, what the hell has happened with our tight ends? Why aren't we using them ever? Literally, Oscar Delp, Lawson Lucky, Ethan Barber, and Elise Williams are our starting tight ends. And obviously with Ethan Barber out, that stinks because he was really good. But why aren't we using them more often? Humphreys is a wide receiver. I was wrong.
I don't know why we haven't seen very much out of Delp or seen very many Delp targets.
And it's, that he and Gunner have chemistry. They're literal roommates.
Literally, unless they're fighting that day. Like, what's going on?
Are the girls fighting?
Like, did somebody leave dishes missing?
I
don't know what's going on. I don't know.
You know what? You know what though? That was honestly a stupid question because our O-line can't block. So our tight ends, they can't catch the ball because they're having to make up for what the O-line is missing in terms of blocking. So that's probably why.
I don't know. I do want to see our O-line can't block. That is true. I do agree with you. I want to see more out of them and Elias Williams. He's 6'7". 6'7".
6'7".
I'm old and I don't get that.
I don't either, but Hampton and I do it all the time to each other. So now it's just kind of like a part of my vernacular. And I did it in front of my cousins who are 10 and 13, and they go, "Don't ever do that again." I said 6'7".
So I don't know what the kids are doing these days.
So the best thing that I've seen was a TikTok that said 6'7" is to Gen Z's 21 is to millennials 69.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it like the same meaning?
Not the same meaning because our 21 was a Vine. It was, oh, what's 9 plus 10? And the kid goes, 21? Like that was our thing that we said all the time when I was in middle school. So theirs is just, I don't know where this came from though.
I don't know. I have no idea. But you know how you do like this thing sometimes?
Gag it.
So I didn't know what that was. And so I asked my friend this week, I was like, my friend Garrett always does this and I don't know what she's doing.
You're clocking that T, baby.
Yeah, they were like, it means you're clocking it. And I was like, what?
That means you are spot on. You are on point. You nailed it. Hit the nail on the head. Clock it.
It's index finger. I thought it's index.
It can be index if you're doing it like this, but if you're doing it like this.
Okay.
Clock that T, mama.
The more you know.
Pop girl boss.
This is an educational podcast. So not only did you learn ball today, you learned
I do. I say slay, clock it, slay, clock it, gag it. Like I say all of that way too often. I need to get those words out of my vocabulary. I'm just gonna like make a Garrett's references like notes for a shared note in our phone that I can like edit and you can just look at it and see what I'm talking about in real time.
Perfect.
Yes.
I need some notes because I don't watch TikTok or anything really. So
yeah, no, a lot of these are online references.
I don't know. All right, everybody.
As good as this cider is, it smells like rotten eggs.
That's not good. Is that the first time you've tried it?
Yeah. It is delicious. Auburn, with the image that your university has and the coaching scandals that you have had over the last 10 years, why on earth would you hire that man to run your football program?
Did they confirm those allegations? Like, was there
yes.
any? Like...
Ole Miss had to vacate like 79 wins. Like it was like a fully investigated. It is a fact that he did this. It's not speculation. He actually did that.
Well, Auburn is 3-3. His seat is toasty, but do you think he's going to stick around another year?
Hang on. I will answer that question.
He's got a $15 million buyout.
Yes. They will keep him for one more year.
I don't know. This is such a weird time. I didn't anticipate the coaches that have been fired to be fired at this point. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in to week 8.
We love y'all so much. Thank you for sticking with us this season, and go Dogs.
We'll see y'all next week for week 9. Bye.
Bye. Oh, good Lord.